Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow-melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Live Day is back, and you can be with us. That's right. Watch us do it live on November 18th at Snoqualmie Casino.
And we're going to be solid gold when we do it live because we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of KISW. And this is the first and only way that you can party with us to celebrate the 50th because the year's almost over. And we're going to be doing it at Snoqualmie Casino. And if you do come, dress up in your favorite 70s garb or your favorite gold-based garb because that's what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Very excited.
I still haven't got my attire yet. I need to get on that. I know.
Yeah, man. Do we know what? Does anybody know what you are? Because I don't know what you're going to be.
I'm leaning towards doing Rocky Balboa in the black and gold gear that he wore in Rocky
that's
1.
Right.
Nice.
That's right. I remember that.
He's got the robe that has gold. I mean, it's a movie in the 70s.
Yeah.
And it has gold in the colors.
You and I are on the same theme. I like this as far as, you're going entertainment. You're going movies. I'll give a hint. I'm going TV. But that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to say what it is.
Dynasty?
Wow. That's it. I'm going to go as Dynasty. Yeah, that's it.
I thought I could go as a member of KISS.
Yeah, you could.
Dude, yeah.
Solid gold kid.
Then I got to put makeup on.
Yeah, I feel like the Rocky outfit's going to be lower maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you got to do is wear shorts.
I'll do your makeup for you, Steve. Oh, awesome. You're welcome. Because I really want to show up extra early so that you can put makeup on my face.
Yeah, Steve, at least when I had to do that for one of the holiday hangover balls, I had a very attractive woman in my personal space doing it, so it's a lot easier than Danny's sweaty face.
Having Danny in my personal space is not the problem. It's just getting up early. I'll even wear a dress. It's good.
Wow.
All right, now you're making
an offer.
Wow. No, I'm starting to think getting up early might be worth it.
Now you're talking. Anyway, Live Day, you got to be with us. Snoqualmie Casino, November 18th. It is all gone live, and lots of ticket options for you to check out. You want to buy tickets? You know where to go. KISW.com.
Let's play B Migs.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah.
So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs, and it's Tuesday, so let's turn down for tentacles.
Ride. Release the Kraken.
Ride and release the Kraken.
That's right.
Okay, well, that does not sound right. But I guess we'll stick with it.
Yeah, ride those tentacles.
And get your new KSW hockey-inspired shirt.
Yes,
At the
exactly.
Rock Shop.
Exactly.
Oh, they look good, man. Yeah, get them, but while they last. Those Rock Shop hockey shirts are awesome.
Yeah.
Right. Rock Shot.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
Rock Shot.
Hit me with your Rock Shot.
All right. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Will in Federal Way. Will, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Will, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Nice. Which year of the early 80s did Pat Sajak start hosting Wheel of Fortune?
Ooh.
81, 82, 83.
81, yes. Cristiano Ronaldo is famous for playing what sport?
Soccer.
Yes. Who got married to the future 42nd president of the United States in 1975?
Pass.
Dancing Bears was the original name for what candy?
Gummy bears?
Yes. John Heater's first major movie role was in what 2004 film?
Pass.
What company coined the influential ad slogan, "A diamond is forever"?
K Jewelers?
No.
Pass.
Finish the title of the Netflix show, The Chilling Adventures of Whom?
Pass.
Arnold Schwarzenegger spoke only 58 words in which 1984 movie?
Conan?
No.
What year again?
84.
84. Pass.
What singer's autobiography was titled Man in Black?
I don't know.
Will got 3 correct.
Oh, Will's old enough to know some of these, so that's
and he started very well, and then the wheels kind of fell off there, unfortunately.
By the way, I respect the Arnold question. Good job.
Oh, really?
That's It's crazy because I've been playing this all week, and I've been beating him except for one day, and then I get on.
Dude, that's what happens, unfortunately. But you know what? You're putting your reps in. Yeah. You're answering the questions while you're listening, so you can call back at some point. You can get back on that horse. And what are some other sports?
Get back on that Kraken. You got to get back on the horse.
Yeah, keep riding that tentacle.
Progress, not perfection.
Yeah. There you go. Exactly.
Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. We got to stick together. You got to stick together.
I'm guessing I'm walking in on not a very good performance.
Maybe Steve will trip up.
Maybe you will trip up.
Maybe Geno Smith will play for me.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Hey, I told you we just got to stick together, okay?
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Better for my Washington football team either, so.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah. Same miserable boat. Recognizes miserable.
Steve, are you ready?
Yes!
Which year of the early 80s did Pat Sajak start hosting Wheel of Fortune?
81.
Yes. Cristiano Ronaldo is famous for playing what sport?
Football. Soccer.
Yes. Who got married to the future 42nd president of the United States in 1975?
Barbara Bush?
No.
Hillary Clinton?
Yes. Dancing Bears was the original name for which candy?
Sour Patch Kids? Gummy Bears?
Yes. John Heater's first major movie role was what 2004 film?
Yes. Napoleon Dynamite?
Yes. What company coined the influential ad slogan, "A diamond is forever"?
Dallas Page.
No?
The Beers.
Yes.
Nice
Finish
job.
the title of the Netflix show, The Chilling Adventures of Whom?
Kimmy Schmidt?
No. That'd be a hell of a show.
Carmen Sandiego?
No.
That's where she is.
Randy Orton?
No. Arnold Schwarzenegger spoke only 58 words in which 1984 movie?
Terminator?
Yes. What singer's autobiography was titled Man in Black?
Johnny Cash?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You win. 8, 2, 3.
But we knew that, didn't we, Will? We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Good job, Steve. Can I give a shout out real quick?
Of course.
All right, sure. You go ahead, buddy.
I'm doing a shout out to my employees over here at the IHOP over in SeaTac. We got 6 brand new delicious sandwiches. Come on and help us out.
Ooh, sandwiches.
All right, so what's the number one thing you should recommend to us? Like, if we're going to IHOP today, what are we getting?
Barbecue pork mac and cheese melt.
Done.
Whoa.
Done.
You had me at barbecue.
Then you add the pork.
Wait, barbecue pork mac and cheese melt?
You got it.
What the hell is happening at IHOP?
I'll tell you what's deliciousness. That's what's happening. All right, you know what, Will? I mean, I only go for the pancakes and the breakfast, but you're really starting to get me to just do something else.
I can't stand up right now.
I mean, if you guys like spicy stuff too, we got the it's on the challah bread. It's the jalapeno patty melt.
Oh, Danny!
Wow, there you go. Yeah.
All right. You know what? I think we all have a place to go, don't we?
How you feeling about that pepper jack patty melt? Like, that looks pretty good.
Steve's on the menu now.
It's bomb, man. I'm telling you. You guys check it out.
What about the buffalo chicken melt?
Do we have to do a road trip to see Will down at SeaTac?
Yes.
Do that?
We absolutely do.
Wow.
What was the one again? We're getting the barbecue pulled pork
mac and cheese.
Pork mac and cheese melt.
Let me see. Vicky, you got that?
Yeah.
Wow.
That is so Can we substitute the onion rings for fries?
Yeah, you can.
Sweet.
Dude, they even have spicy shredded beef burritos.
Wow.
What is happening?
All right. IHOP is like getting IHOP's like, look, man, we're making everything as great as our breakfast.
Yeah, we are. We are. Guys, figure it out. We'll take care of you.
All right, so
He used to call me. He used to call me on live day.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Will.
Yeah, bring us that milk. Sneak it in. Like, sir, why are you bringing in IHOP?
Oh, man, that's awesome. Oh, well, you know what? Will made our day, because that's
food.
Yeah. Oh, well, a barbecue. I mean, I'm like a grill, a mac and cheese grilled cheese. Why didn't I think of that? That's brilliant, right? Man,
sounds amazing, dude.
Yeah, it
I mean,
really does.
no, like you said, like when I'm going to IHOP, but my first thought is I'm just going to get breakfast. I don't even bother looking at the menu. Other than the breakfast part of the menu, I'm just hell bent on getting something that's going to be a breakfast thing. So clearly, I've been missing out on some good stuff.
Well, I know they've been trying to do it. IHOP has been trying to tell us for a long time. Look, just check out our lunches too, man. So they're making it happen.
Pulled pork with creamy barbecue mayo drizzle. Oh, whenever you drizzle something on it, you know it's going to be good.
Oh, drizzle's the best thing ever on food.
Sharp cheddar mac and cheese, Wisconsin whole milk cheese, and pickles on a grilled thick cut bread.
Oh, yeah.
And it comes with creamy barbecue sauce for dipping as well.
Oh, boy.
They know what's up.
They do know what's up.
Oh, all right. Can we get that here before the morning is over? That's the question.
You know how it is. You can't get anything to Seattle before the morning is over. I don't know why Seattle doesn't have all this good stuff.
We don't have one in Seattle. We have one in Capitol Hill.
Yeah. Is there an IHOP at Capitol Hill?
Yeah.
Well,
still? I thought it was
stand
gone.
corrected.
No, it's there.
Yeah, I've driven by it, and every time I drive by it, I'm like, oh, that's where I used to go all the time when my band used to play in Capitol Hill. We'd always end up at the IHOP afterwards.
Totally, yeah.
All right, you know what, Seattle? I take back my insult. I didn't know you had an IHOP.
We just need like a tunnel to like all the restaurants so they could just bring it to us everywhere.
A tunnel? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well,
there is a tunnel.
I gotta get off this website, BJ. This is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah? Is this worse than porn for you?
Well, because they're showing you like some of like their limited edition like specialty pancakes for the season.
Oh, what do they got?
So they have a Reese's Pieces pancake.
Oh, they had you
for
with
Halloween.
Reese's. Yeah.
And they also have a pumpkin spice pancake for Danny.
Ooh,
and then
very good.
The caramel apple a la mode pancakes.
Wow.
Don't want to influence anything at all, but that IHOP up on Capitol Hill is open 24 hours and is available for delivery.
Look at that.
Wow, and available for delivery?
Oh.
That's what it says on the website.
Bet BJ something.
Powered by DoorDash. I'm looking at it right now.
We need to do a bet. What are we betting?
I know.
How many fingers do I have on one of my hands?
Yeah, Rev
Do
doesn't
you have on your hands?
Yes.
4?
You're wrong.
Oh, I guess we have to get
5.
breakfast.
BJ, you have to buy us breakfast.
You got to buy it for us, BJ.
how do I? You were wrong.
I don't know. I don't know.
How does that how betting works? Is if you lose a bet, I buy?
Yes.
Yeah. That's how this one works. We're still fleshing it out.
Did you not hear that part of the conversation?
No, I
we
didn't.
clearly said it.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
It must be a hearing aid thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a hearing aid thing. No doubt about it. Well, congratulations, you guys. You'll have to figure this one out, but enjoy your breakfast.
Oh my gosh, breakfast! I want that sandwich.
Yeah, you do. Well, maybe tomorrow. You know what? We'll see. Let's not think about today. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows?
A boy could dream.
Yeah, tomorrow. The trouble is, though, tomorrow I think they're feeding us, aren't they?
Who's tomorrow?
Tomorrow's our Halloween party. You guys don't remember. We're having a little station gathering.
That's not in the morning.
And it's not from
I know,
IHOP.
but I mean, look, if I'm eating a ton of pancakes and delicious sandwiches, I don't think I'm going to be like, at 11:30 ready for more food.
I ain't going to let that stop me.
Right?
You know what? You're a
just not
champion.
trying
You're a
hard
true
enough.
champion.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
BJ, you sound like a quitter.
Oh, really? Yeah. Have you seen my midsection lately? I've done everything. I haven't quit food at all. I wish I could learn how to quit it, but I can't.
Well, why start today or tomorrow?
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, it's Halloween.
I know what you're doing. I
It's
know what
bulking
you're
season.
I know
It
what
is.
you're all doing.
Fatten up for the winter.
You are. I mean, what is it? You call it drowning your sorrows when you drink. What is it? What do we do to our sorrows when we gorge? Is it like, are we quicksanding our sorrows? How do you? What's
we
the
make
proper
them happy.
analogy? Yeah, I mean, we are basically eating ourselves to try to forget what happened last night.
Yeah, we're turning it around.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And what better way to turn it around than a barbecue drizzle?
Yeah. Listen,
Drizzle.
we can't avoid the question, though, okay? We can't avoid this question. Are the Seahawks done? Okay? I know you don't want to hear it, but that's a big question. Yeah, they lost again last night against the Saints, and we're going to chat with the host of Mitch Unfiltered and see what he thinks of that question. Mitch Levy joins us at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle.
I mean, yeah. How do you even
is that
describe?
What you mean?
Yeah, I'm very excited to have our next guest on. Now, the subject we're going to talk about, maybe we talk about the Mariners, the Kraken, the Sounders, the Storm. But the Seahawks lost another tough one. But it's always great to have our next guest on, the host of Mitch Unfiltered, Mitch Levy.
There he is.
Boys.
Yeah.
Episode 160. You sound really excited to see me, BJ. Thanks very much
for that. I told
very,
Steve,
very excited to see
I told Steve, I said, just say the connection's not working. Just say the technology we can't.
You want good news? Yeah. Want me to start with good news? I can start with good news.
What, episode 164 is dropped at MitchUnfiltered.com and anywhere you get podcasts? All right. That's not the good news?
That's decent news.
Okay,
I can start with good news. You want good news?
What's the good news?
Well, if you take a look at the NFC as a whole, the National Football Conference, we know that the Arizona Cardinals seem to be really good. They're 7-0, the only undefeated team, and they're going to catch a break this week because the Green Bay Packers, which was going to be a great, great test for them, are without their wide receiver because of COVID and without their defensive coordinator now because of COVID. So, and it's a Thursday night game. So the Cardinals are the Cardinals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady are all really, really good. And the Packers are good. And we think the Dallas Cowboys are good. You realize, though, that there are 7 teams that make it in the NFC, 7 teams in the AFC. And if you look at the playoff line right now, you look at that last team, those last couple of teams in, because I know you look at these things, BJ. You're that type of a guy.
You're absolutely right. I'm glad you brought this up because I have been looking.
Have you been looking? Okay, so the Minnesota Vikings, if we like to say on the show, if the season ended today, which it doesn't, and it's stupid to even talk about, the Minnesota Vikings would be the last playoff team in the NFC, and they are 3-3.
Right.
The Atlanta Falcons would be tied for a playoff spot right now at 3-3. So the point that I'm raising, if you do want a little dose of good news, is it's looking like, and by the way, if you put your hand over the record, the Vikings aren't very good. The Falcons are seriously not very good. They're 3-3. It's starting to look a lot like 9-8 at the end of the day instead of 10-7 for that last playoff spot. And what that means is maybe the Seahawks, if they can get it together, if they can get their quarterback back, maybe they have a little more room for error than we thought a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about how do they get to 10-7. Remember, we were talking, how do they get to 10-7 through 17 games? That's going to be the magic number. Well, there's a lot of mediocrity in the NFC, so maybe they have a little bit more room than we think they do. That's my good news of the morning.
That's the good news, and the bad news
Way
is...
more good news than I thought we'd get, I gotta be honest.
Well, the bad news is, though, that the top seed is probably going to come out of... I mean, it could be the top seed, if it comes out of our division, we'll probably have to play the top seed when we do...
Well, first of all, just get into the thing, okay?
Yeah. All right.
Don't worry about who you play. I mean, can you get into the thing? And so the question is, can you beat the Jaguars with either Geno Smith? I suggested on episode 164 that was released like 8 minutes ago. I suggested that maybe Pete Carroll should look at one of the other quarterbacks. Now, I know that that's kind of blasphemy over there. They love Geno Smith and what he's meant to the organization, and he stood around for all these years and supported Russell Wilson, and maybe, I don't know. You should be able to beat the Jaguars at home with whomever you start at quarterback, and then you get a bye week.
Yeah.
So maybe you get to 3-5. So you get to 3-5 after Jacksonville. You take a week off. So that gives the finger another 2 weeks to heal. And then you go from there. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you can get to 9-8. Maybe you can get hot. Remember, they got hot at the end of the year last year, the second half of the season last year. Maybe with the return of Russell Wilson. And by the way, if you said, Mitch, what if I forced you to give me another dose of good news?
Yeah, because I've got so much bad news in my head right now about what comes up at the in the future as far as who we got to play.
I've got good news, though. If we keep Geno in there, we could find another fun, creative way for him to just destroy the ending of the game.
That's a good point.
Oh, boy.
I mean, he's found a lot of different ways to blow it in the end.
I need to complete my Geno Smith bingo card.
Yeah.
So we got interception, fumble, now sacks. What's next?
Yes.
Yeah.
It has not been good for him at the end of games, but I would, if you want to get into the game last night.
No, what's the good news? I want to hear the good news from you.
I would contend that there were a lot of other reasons.
Yes.
Why they lost the game. I mean, they totally collapsed in the last 5 minutes. They made 5 errors in the last 5 minutes to lose a really close game that they could have won. But the other good news is it looks like, and again, last night may not be the best game to judge, but it does look like what we've been complaining about for weeks and weeks and weeks is getting a little better, the defense.
Yeah.
The defense played well last night. There were some breakdowns. Alvin Kamara, who's very good, got free out of the backfield for some catches and some runs. But for the most part, in the last few weeks, the Seattle Seahawks defense, especially their pass defense, has been much better with Trey Brown, the rookie, and Sidney Jones, the young guy out of the University of Washington. They have taken a step forward. So, I don't know, you want good news. If Russell Wilson comes back and he starts throwing the ball around a little bit, and the defense continues to inch their way up, there's still some chance that maybe, and I know that BJ is going to say, but we have to play the Cardinals twice, and we have to play the Packers, and we have to play all these teams. Yeah, you're going to have to. Yes, you're going to have to win football games against tough teams. You're going to have to win as an underdog. But let's just see.
And we'll get Darryl Taylor back, which will be nice. And
that would be very nice. Yeah, that was scary. I actually thought he was going to play last night. I had heard all week that he was out of the woods and there was no problem. So I was a little bit surprised that
maybe the rain. Maybe they just didn't want him out there on a slippery turf.
Yeah. He'll be out there against Jacksonville this Sunday. I'm certain of it. Yeah.
Mitch, we have Chris S on Facebook wants to know this way. Has this one question, which is,
oh my God,
it's a different question. Okay. That's why I'm going to, instead of me.
Is it still called Facebook?
It's called it's the Facebook now. It's the Facebook.
Okay. I have a question from Max on MySpace as well, so hopefully we'll get to that too.
Okay. But I thought this was a really good question. And he also said, hey, would you ask Mitch this? So he mentioned you by name. Yeah. So I feel so he said, are the Seahawks in rebuild mode, but no one wants to say it out loud? Do you get any vibe of that at all?
Well, they're not in they're clearly not in rebuild mode right at the moment, because if they were in rebuild mode, they would have moved Russell Wilson this past offseason and brought back draft choices. There's no question about it. The other thing is, they may not have signed Jamal Adams if they were in rebuild mode to $17 million a year. So I think it's very clear that they're not in rebuild mode now to the Facebook. Is it Chris?
Yeah, it's Chris. Okay. Chris S on the Facebook. Yes.
Chris S on the Facebook. I don't think they're in rebuild. The better question is, what will they be in this next offseason? Everybody is waiting to see. And I think that if you had a coach who was a little younger, and earlier in his career, I think this coming off season would be pretty much for me a no-brainer. If I was the head of the organization, I would say, hey, it's time to get young again. We're all lopsided with the cap, the salary cap. We're paying a ton of money to older guys, which is not bringing us championships. It's time to move on. Maybe move Russell Wilson with a year or two left on his contract, get draft choices and move Bobby Wagner, perhaps move Bobby Wagner. But I think what you've got working, you've got a couple of things working against that, the biggest of which would be Pete Carroll. I don't think Pete Carroll wants to rebuild. I think if you asked him in a private moment, do you want to rebuild? He'd say, no, I don't. At my age, you want me to start rebuilding? I'm the oldest coach in the NFL. I don't want to rebuild. So, and then the next question comes up, and really, I don't know who would be the guy or the gal. I don't know that Jody Allen. I don't think anybody is firing Pete Carroll. So, if you are in a rebuild mode, it might be in your best interest to make a change at head coach too. Yeah. And I just don't see who's going to do that in the organization unless he comes to the thought that he doesn't want to continue anymore, or maybe he wants to go do something else. I think that would be the only way that you would see Pete Carroll leave during the offseason.
And Mitch, I mean, I don't know a lot about the game, but it seems like all I see every game is that our quarterback drops back, and here comes 100 guys after him. And it's like we don't have an offensive line. If that's what it looks like to me, everyone goes, well, it's improved. It seems like I watch other teams. Their dude always, Jameis Winston he had so much time. And, yet he played a horrible game, if you ask me. He had so much time. And we could have got killed in yesterday's game. That's the other thing is, yesterday's game was so bad for the Saints. I mean, they really should be ashamed of themselves. It shouldn't have been that close at all. He made a lot of bad plays.
He did, but hold on a second. But you got to give the Seahawks defense a little credit for some of those bad plays. The defense played very well. Very well. They played very well. But I hear you about the offense. Offensive line did not play well last night, has not played well in patches throughout the season, was supposed to be improved. I got all that.
And it's been that way for years, Mitch.
Okay, yes.
And yet we pay so much money to this quarterback who is not as mobile as he used to be. Right. I mean, that's the big problem is we have no identity. We don't know if we're a defensive team, an offensive. We don't know what the hell we are. So what we are, we're just this.
Well, I know what they think they are. They think they're a very good offensive team, and I think what it comes back down to, you gotta ask yourself the question about this new offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And they went out during the and by the way, that's on Pete. Pete hand selected. Pete decided he didn't want Brian Schottenheimer. You remember that name? Yeah. Didn't want him anymore. Now he's in Jacksonville. He's coming back next week to face the Seahawks, but. And he handpicked his next offensive coordinator. He chose this guy who was supposed to be innovative from the Rams, really young, by the name of Shane Waldron. You see what the Rams do. They use the short passing game. They're very creative under Sean McVay. They bring this guy in, and I asked the question on the show this morning that we released. I'll continue to ask the question. I don't see much of a difference. No. I don't see where he's scheming. Look, last night, I'll just share with you a couple of things. Last night, Geno Smith, who's not good. Let's all not kid ourselves. Geno Smith, Miggsy was making a few jokes. He's not good. There's a reason the guy has been holding a clipboard for the last 7 years. He's not good. He's not starting quarterback good. But he threw a touchdown pass on the fifth play of the game for 84 yards to DK Metcalf. You guys saw that, right? Down the sidelines, right? Yeah. Okay. One pass, 84 yards. The rest of the night, on all other passes, they threw for 83 yards. Okay, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's very
and I ask you the question, okay, so let's just accept the fact that Geno Smith is terrible. But they've got DK Metcalf. They've got Tyler Lockett. They've got Gerald Everett. They've got some good pieces in the passing game. And all I'll tell you is, and the Saints are really good traditionally against the run this year, okay, but they're just okay against the pass. Why are we not scheming to get why are those guys not open? Those guys should be able to get open for some short stuff across the middle, some crossing stuff. Sam Darnold, you guys know the name Sam Darnold?
Oh, yeah.
Sam Darnold got benched on Sunday against the Giants. There's some question whether Sam Darnold will even be the starting quarterback for the Panthers. He threw for 305 yards against the Saints defense and 2 touchdowns. Daniel Jones, who's been a bust for the New York Giants, can't get out of his own way. He threw for 402 yards against the Saints defense and 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Some guy named Taylor Heineke in Washington threw for 250. Mac Jones, the rookie in New England for the Patriots, he threw for 270 against the Saints. What I'm trying to say is average to below average quarterbacks have had success against the Saints defense. You do it with scheme. There had to be a way where the offensive coaching staff, led by this young man, Shane Waldron, could get guys open, could get guys free. Other teams with lousy quarterbacks have done it. So where's the innovation that we thought we were getting when they hired him from the Rams during the offseason? I don't see it. I don't see any innovation.
Do you blame the weather at all for this, Mitch? Because you're right.
A little bit.
I mean, because even the announcers are like, okay, so they're going to run the ball, and
they're still running the ball right now.
I think they're
still trying. And
they sent the equipment manager to basically rush to block the run. They sent the guy with the water. I mean, you saw everybody going, we're not going to cover the receivers. We know they're running, and we're going to block. We're going to stop it. I mean, everybody knew they were going to run the ball, and Pete ran the ball. So is it just a weather thing, especially with everything you just said?
No, the running game is all Pete. Pete has staked his reputation to we're going to run the football. That's what I want to do.
But when it stops
working,
how good,
I don't care how bad we are at running it, and I don't care how good the other team is at stopping it. We are going to run the football. That's a Pete Carroll staple, and if you got a problem, then you got a problem withEte.
So Pete's insane. Isn't that the definition of insanity? You keep doing the same thing.
Keep doing it all over and over and over.
Yeah, you're right, Steve. He's insane.
Do you give, was it Jacob Eason, the guy that they grabbed from the Colts? Would you even consider?
Jacob Eason went to the University of Washington. Yeah, Lake Stevens.
Yeah.
Went to Georgia, was the #1 high school quarterback in the country. Went to Georgia. It didn't work out at Georgia. He transferred to the UW for his final year. Yeah, they just signed him, but he's the third stringer, at least for now. The other guy from Marysville, Washington, is Jake Luton. He's the other quarterback there. I don't know. I don't think they'll do it, but I'd like to see Jacob Eason out there. I don't think it'll be a step backwards with either Eason or Luton as opposed to Geno. But they feel loyal to Geno, and you can look at the game a lot of different ways. The other thing you could say is, now wait a second, they had a chance to beat the Rams when Geno came in at the end. They had a chance to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers when Geno played the whole game, and they had a chance to beat the Saints when Geno played the whole game. They were in position to win all 3 games at the end, so how far away are they? Some might make that.
It is crazy that a couple bounces the right way, it could be a 5-2 team. And
they could be.
They don't look it, though. I mean, they look like a 2-5 team.
They do look like a 2-5 team, but again, I'll go back to the beginning. They don't look much worse than some of these playoff teams in the NFC, so maybe they can get number 3 back and they can get it together.
The problem
that's the
is
best I got for you this morning.
Yeah, the problem is we've already lost to the Vikings, so if there's a tiebreaker, we're screwed there, and we have to play the Bears later in the year. I think it's the last game of the season.
Damn it, BJ, glasses half full. We got glasses half
game.
Second to last game. So
Mitch is giving us glasses half full stuff, and here you are dumping the water out.
That's because I think Mitch is just trying to keep. He's trying to stop a riot. He's just he's trying to keep peace in the streets.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm realistic. I
almost want to bet you. I want to bet you breakfast. This team's done.
Well, what are you betting me? I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying that the season I wouldn't say is over today.
I'm
based
saying
on
it is.
record.
That's my bet. My bet is breakfast. The season's done. Starting today. Yeah.
Playoffs for breakfast?
No, I'm going to just buy Mitch breakfast. I can't afford all you people because I'm probably wrong.
Yeah, but what's the bet? You're asking. If you ask me to project whether the Seattle Seahawks are going to be in the playoffs, I wouldn't be an idiot. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're going to be in the playoffs.
Oh, damn it, Mitch,
I would
come
just
on,
say,
let's do this. I'm in with you.
What do you want? What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
You got to really the risk reward thing right now. Mitch is like, I've got a free breakfast under my belt. I don't want to give up. I don't want to give that. I don't want to have to buy it. God. Yeah, that's Mitch is right.
God, I wish. Yeah. Let's just see. Let's see what happens. What do you want me to do? Guarantee they're going to make the playoffs
There's no vote
from
of
2 and 5?
Yeah.
They got the worst quarterback situation in the NFL, and I'm supposed to predict that they're going to make the playoffs. I'm not telling you that.
And
but
that's
we'll see.
and let's be honest, if Russ doesn't come back, the other thing we don't want to do is we don't want to rush him back when he could get hurt again. So if he doesn't come back for the Packers game, because there's a possibility that he's not going to be healed by then. There's that too. And, and even though he's like, I can play today, just put me in. You're like, no.
Look, they're going to be 3-6 after the Packers game.
You really think so?
They're going to be 3-6 after the Packers. They're 2-5 now. They're going to beat the Jaguars. And they're going to lose to the Packers. They're going to lose to the Packers.
Beat the Jaguars? Okay.
And let me tell you something. Yeah. Oh, okay, let's put now that I'll put breakfast on. You want to put breakfast on that?
Let's do that.
You know what? I will. We'll put breakfast
Come on.
Because you
Come on,
said
you don't think they're going to beat the Jaguars?
Because Schottenheimer knows every place they're bad offensively because he was there. So you know what? And he knows that Geno's there. He knows everything about our offense.
The only thing Schottenheimer knows is breakfast places in Bellevue. That's all he knows. He doesn't know anything else.
Okay, so all right. You know what? I'm there.
Yes.
I mean, since I can't get you to do the other one, fine. Yeah,
okay.
I really don't believe we're going to beat the Jaguars. Listen, so far I've been wrong, so I want to put the Hawks in the win column, so I'm willing to take the fall.
They'll beat the Jaguars. They're going to be
right.
when we speak again.
Yeah.
When we speak again next, whatever it is, Monday morning, and Steve's wearing another piece of Kraken paraphernalia.
Oh, big game tonight.
Yeah,
they turn it all around tonight.
1-4-1.
Yes,
is that what they are? 1-4.
But it's the rematch of the 1919 Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah.
Anybody still around from those series?
Oh yeah. Yanni Gord, he played with the Metropolitans back then.
Mitch, this is Steve told this story earlier, and Steve, tell him how this is the rubber match for those finals.
That series is tied at 2 games. It's 2-2-1 because back then, if you went to overtime and didn't finish and no one scored, you would end in a tie in the playoffs. So they were at 2-2-1 in the series, and then the Spanish flu hit hard.
That's right. Yeah, I know the story.
Killed a player, so they just canceled the series.
Yeah.
There's actually a book written by a local guy by the name of Kevin Tyson. If you ever get an opportunity, I don't know the name of the book right off the bat. Kevin, Ticen, local guy, great guy. Mm-hmm. He's been in our community for a long time. He actually played baseball at the University of Washington. He wrote a book about the 1919 Stanley Cup that you're talking about.
It's crazy.
It's absolutely phenomenal. It's a great read if you want to read up on it. That's I don't know that BJ can read a book these days, but
I'm not.
Did it have an audio version of it? Because I don't.
Is there a graphic novel? Is there a movie? Is there anything at all that has video? So the bet is this: if the Jaguars beat the Seahawks, then I buy you breakfast. You buy me breakfast, and then if the Hawks beat the Jags, then I buy you breakfast. What happens in a tie?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. If the Seattle Seahawks lose to the Jaguars, I will send breakfast to the studio for all of you.
Whoa! Ooh. Wow!
For all of you.
Wow!
How many are on the staff these days?
37.
37 people. It's a big show, Mitch. Big show. Yeah, a lot of mouths to feed.
So there you go. You got odds now. I buy for all of you. You buy for me.
You're that confident. You're that confident we'll get it done.
My God, if they can't beat this is the Jet. What are we talking about here?
Well, I don't know. You know how matchups are. What if they happen to match up really well against us? I don't know enough about the Jaguars. That's why I'm taking a shot. I'm taking a shot that the Jaguars match up really well.
Could you find Jacksonville on a map, BJ? Could you find?
I used to live in Jacksonville, actually. But I still can't find it on a map. Okay. Yeah, I was there for the inaugural season for the Jaguars. It was a pretty awesome time, actually.
Your man has given us the rap sign. Given us a really impressive rap sign. He's heard enough. He's heard
Episode 164, Mitch Unfiltered. Get it at MitchUnfiltered.com or wherever you get podcasts. The big bet is happening, and I am take one for the team because I really want to give the Hawks a win. And so the only way to get the win is if I bet Mitch breakfast because then, I got to lose that.
Thank you, guys.
All right, take it easy, Mitch.
Thank you.
Oh, we got to root against this. Do we have to root against the Hawks because you guys like breakfast?
Well, you have to get us breakfast, right? I think we.
No, that's not that way. I'm betting him. I'm buying him breakfast. He's buying everybody breakfast. That was his add-on.
Oh, I thought you were buying him and everyone.
No,
I heard everybody with all of that.
Sorry,
no matter
happening.
what.
Yeah, that's not happening. Go back and listen to the recording and don't alter.
No, I can manipulate that. That's no problem.
We got a dad that just recorded a video of his baby son every day for a year and created something completely ridiculous and unnecessary and awesome. You're going to hear what he did at 747 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card, and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it. But you could get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time, and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.